Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm your favorite frugal introvert, Jerry. I get paid monthly, but I budget weekly, and I'm learning how to both manage my money and how to make more of it. So what's up, y'all? I hope you guys are having a great day today. So Nita over at the Almost Organized Owl reached out to me, and she wanted to know, Jerry, how do you make your Etsy shop look like this? How do you make your thumbnails look like this? So I decided to make a video so I can show you guys how I make my thumbnails look like this. So I use Canva. Now I have the premium version. You certainly do not have to have the premium version. You can use the free version, but I like to use the premium version. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out by opening up Canva. And then you're going to open up the design that has all of your savings challenges. So I already have mine pulled up in a separate tab up here. I have it labeled Savings Tracker. And this is the design that I'm going to be working with today. It's my Roll the Dice challenge that I uploaded to my shop fairly recently. So the first thing that I'll do is I'm going to export it. So I'm going to click share and I'm going to click download. I always make sure that my file type is a PNG, and then I'm going to select the page number 30. Okay, click done and then click download. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you're going to go back to your home page and you're going to create a new design. Now, I found that these dimensions work best for me. Don't ask me why, I don't know, but I played around with this for a very long time until I figured out these dimensions. So you're gonna create a custom size, and it's gonna be 3,000 width by 2,400 height px. And then we're going to create a new design. Now, I'm not going to create a new one because I already have one saved right here, and it's called Watermark Savings Challenges. So I named it this because this is where I do all of my watermarks so that I can upload them to Etsy. And as you can see, I'll scroll up. You'll see all of my designs are watermarked right here. So I'm going to scroll down, and then I'm going to find that download that I just did, which is usually up here, and I'm going to drag it and drop it down to my sheet. And then I like to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to extend it just a little bit. I like to put mine in the center, and then I like to use shadows on mine. So I'm going to click Edit Image, Shadows, and I like to use Drop. Now, you can certainly change the position in which your shadow is. So if you hover over this, it says See Controls. Click on that, and then you can change the position of your shadow. But I'm just going to keep it bottom right. Let's just keep it simple. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my watermark. So it's really, really important that you guys always watermark your products, because somebody can come and download your products and sell them as their own. So always watermark them. So what I do is I go to text over on the side, add a text box, and then let's just pretend that this is my watermark because I don't feel like typing anything. So here is my text box. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So I like to change the color of this to gray. So any type of gray, I just have this light gray here, and you'll see why in a minute, but I don't like for my watermark to compete with the design. So I change it to gray, and then what I do is select Effects, and I'm going to use the background here. And so I'm going to change the color of my background, and I'm going to make it white. Then the last thing I'm going to do with this watermark is I'm going to click these three dots right up here, and I'm going to hover over this transparency, and I'm going to make it a little bit more transparent. That way you can still see that there's clearly a watermark, but it's not going to compete with the design. So you can still see the design through the watermark. And then I like to just kind of reposition this. You can extend it however you want to do it, but there is your text. So this isn't the actual font that I would use. You can change the font if you want. I like to use Open Sans Light, so it's not that that bold. And then just kind of extend it. You can make the text a little bit larger if you'd like. And then I always like to make sure that mine is capitalized as well. So there's my watermark, and I have it centered right over my design. That way you can still clearly see that there's a watermark there, but you can also see the design in the background. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a background. So I like to go over to Photos, and I like to find something that's going to kind of complement the colors in my savings challenges. So let's choose this blue here. So I'm just going to type in blue, and I usually like to go for gradient. So I'm going to type in blue gradient. And then I'm just going to choose whichever one I want. So let's maybe choose this one right here. So I'm going to right click on it and click set image as background. And then I also like to make this a little bit transparent as well. And we're going to use this. Now you can also use a background that has all of the colors. So if you want to type in orange, blue, purple, you can definitely do that. So let's maybe try that too. Let's maybe try this one. So I'm going to replace the background. So I kind of like this one. So I'm going to make this a little bit more transparent as well. And I like that. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a new page. We're going to scroll back up and we're going to copy this image. So copy, and then we're going to paste it right down here. So this part is going to be a little bit tedious because what we're going to do is we're going to copy this 3 different times. So we're going to copy it one more time here. The reason I'm doing this is because I like to show the individual challenges. So I'm going to crop this page. So I'm going to go up to crop, and then I'm going to crop it so that it's only showing the first page, the first challenge. Okay, so now we're done. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to crop it so it's only showing the second challenge this time, and then the third challenge this time. All right, so now we're going to just extend this and make it a little bit bigger. Be sure to not crop the side like I did. I'm going to bring this out a little bit more. There we go. So just make this a little bit bigger. Make it centered. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I just like to make everything centered. So we're going to do the same thing with the other 2. And I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy my watermark and I'm gonna paste it over all of my designs. So I'm gonna just tilt it a little bit, and there we go. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste the watermark on the other 2 as well. There we go. So they're not all watermarked. And then what we can also do is copy and paste the background as well. And you can use different backgrounds for all of them, but I just like for mine to be kind of consistent. So this is usually the second page. This is the third, the fourth, and the fifth. But I did it this way because it's going to make it a lot easier to make the first page. So we're just going to copy the first design. I'm going to make a new sheet that's going to go in front of this sheet here. And then I'm going to paste it right here. But I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Move it up a little bit. I'm going to go back down and select the second design, copy it, and then paste it here. And then I'm going to just make sure that it's the same size as the first one. And then I'm going to kind of layer it right over the first one. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the last one. And then layer this one as well. So that way you can kind of see the first one, you can still kind of see the second one, and then you can clearly see the third one. Now, since this third one is completely exposed, we're going to put a watermark on that one as well. So I'm going to go copy my watermark, paste it right on top of that one. And then I'm just going to shrink it a little bit and move it right over this image. And there we go. And then what I can do is just click over to the side, click and hold. That way you can select all of them at the same time. And then you can move them. You can make it a little bit bigger if you want. You can make it smaller if you want. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's centered. And then I'm going to copy and paste my background there as well. Oh, guys, I almost forgot to mention the last page that I like to add. So let's go ahead and add a new page. The last page that I like to add is a page that's going to show you guys how to actually go and download it. So this is what I normally use. Feel free to pause the video. You can copy and paste this, use this exact wording. I don't care. But this is what I like to include on all of my savings challenges. So it tells you guys this is a PDF download in US letter size. The watermark is going to be removed. And here's how you download it. First, let's go ahead and copy and paste the background. And then we're going to select a text box. So let's pretend that these are my instructions here. And then instead of using the background like I did for the watermark, I'm just going to actually use an element, and I'm going to use this square here with the rounded corners. And then we're just going to make it a little bit bigger. Make sure that the text is centered. And then I like to make mine white. And then I like to make that a little bit transparent. And there we go. So now the only thing you have to do now is click share. We're going to download those pages. So 143 through 147, always make sure that's a PNG, and then just click download. Mine downloaded right up here in this folder. And so what you'll do is just upload that folder to Etsy. So let me know if you guys have any questions, issues, concerns, and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss another upload. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, be blessed, and until next time, peace.